The backs of my legs all burned. And I was out, I don't know, I never did know. See, we weren't having a lightning storm. Weren't supposed to. At least I wasn't. I checked in. No, I didn't. The dispatcher called me in the afternoon, and he said, "Have you seen or heard any thunder or lightning?" Of course, lightning and thunder occur at the same time, you know. And I said, "No, Vern." I said, nothing at all. I don't even see any thunderheads." And he said, "Well, we were supposed to have a thunderstorm today." And I said, "Well, we haven't so far." So, just about that time, my stove went out. They had, I was burning a little gas stove, and it was turning cold as hell. So I had to go down the stairs and take my wrenches and take what they call a pigtail off of one drum and transfer it to the spare and tighten it up, and it had started raining, just drizzling a little bit, and got my jeans wet in the back, or all over. So I got it changed fine and got wet in the meantime, and I went back upstairs and I lit the stove, and I backed up pretty close to the stove because I had gotten real cold. And my God, this lightning bolt hit, and it, of course I didn't know at the time because it hit me too. It hit the antenna, which was a great big pipe. 3 different size pipes to go up into the air. It hit that, it just disintegrated that. And it came down the lead-in wire, hit the stovepipe, and then hit me. Of course, if I'd got the direct hit, I would have been killed immediately. But it knocked me out, and I, of course, had a little lady, and she always got so scared. So I don't know how long I was unconscious on the floor, and when I come to, she was licking my face. Otherwise, she usually got under the bed or something.
Yeah.
But the poor little thing, I guess she knew I was in trouble. So I got up, and I didn't. The stove had gone out again, and I turned off the gas. And I got a blanket and put it around me, and I got on that insulated chair. And you remember the stool with the insulators on it?
Yeah.
It was a stool that had 4 legs and insulators on it. And I was supposed to sit in a chair with my feet on this stool when it got close. Well, I didn't have time. It snuck up on me. And so anyway, I thought, well, when I could get my thoughts together, there would probably be more lightning, So I put the blanket around me, sat in the chair, and put my feet on the stool, and I sat there, and then my senses started coming back, and I thought, my God, I got to report this. So I got up, and my gosh, the radio was knocked out. Everything, and they had taken the corner off of the building, and so I couldn't check in. We always checked in at the last thing in the evening. So so I got into bed, wet clothes and all, and I took my dog and we went to bed. And I thought, well, they'll find me sometime, surely. So the next morning, I got up, and of course I couldn't check in. So I waited, and I put in the log book just what I thought of all of the sons of bitches. And I mean, I wrote it right out. Do not get in touch with me, And I put in there, I will stay here till 10 o'clock. And if no one has found me, by that time I'm leaving this goddamn place. Now that wasn't very nice. So I waited till 10 o'clock, nobody showed up. So I went out and I got my little car started. I carried, of course, the dog had had her leg broken, you know, she'd been blown off of that great huge roof. So she was crippled after that. And so I carried her and went down stairs. I locked the damn trap door and went down the steps. And when I got to the bottom step with my little pooch, there was cement right at the bottom after the last step. I slipped on that and fell and hurt my back, but I couldn't even think about that. So I went out, carried the dog out to the car, and the car was headed down. And I thought, now if I can get it started, I'm all okay until I get to one place. I don't know if you remember, I'm sure you don't. There was one place south of the lookout that was sort of an indentation in the road. And I thought, if I get across there, I'm safe. Otherwise, if I don't make... Oh, it had snowed in the night, about 6 inches. So I took a shovel and thought, if I get stuck, I'll just have to shovel out. So I got stuck, just like I thought I would. I never could make it over that in that snow. And so I tried to shovel, and then I'd get in and start the car. Every time I'd get it started, it would get a little closer to the edge, and it was thousands of feet down, you know.
Yeah.
Down. So I thought, well, this is pretty crazy, so I'll just go back. Anyway, I went back and opened the door and went back and got back into bed. And I thought, well, they'll find me sometime. So about 11:30, I heard a car coming, and here come a couple of the boys from the ranger station. And they had seen my car, and it was far enough to one side so they could get around it. And they came. They were scared. Oh, God, they were scared. They thought that I'd gone falling down over the bank. So I got along fine until they appeared, and then I broke down. I was sick, and I was crying, and I made an ass of myself. And so the one guy said, well, you get in, you and the dog, we'll take you in the pickup, and then we'll pull your car down to the station at Running Springs. And then we'll take you on into Big Bear, which they did. And then they took me to the doctor. And he treated my burns. It was electric burns, you know, and they're not like a burn. They're under the skin, and they're zigzag, funny. And so I was off, I think about 18 days. And I kept thinking I never, ever can go back and go through another lightning storm. But I kept getting braver and braver all the time. And I went back when about 18 days, I think I was off. And the first storm we had, it didn't bother me at all.